Find an incredible limited availability. You must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-473-3993. Call now. Receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-473-3993 now to secure your $10 Gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-473-3993.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancreatase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
This is Larry Flick, owner of the Floor Store. The end of the year means our New Year's clearance sale. That means up to 50% off store-wide from now to January 9th on carpet, hardwood, tile and stone, waterproof flooring, and more. It also means interest-free financing for a full 24 months and no sales tax on anything. It all adds up to a happy new year, except for one little thing. It ends Monday. Go to floorstores.com to find the nearest of our 9 Bay Area showrooms from Santa Rosa to San Jose. The Floor Store, your Bay Area flooring authority.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treat19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Imagine an island escape to relax on white sand beaches, enjoy fun adventures like scuba diving, and be greeted by warm, welcoming people. That's what you'll find when you visit Fiji. And there's no easier or better way to get there than with Fiji Airways. Your tropical paradise getaway is just one non-stop flight away, with round-trip fares starting at $899 from LAX or SFO. Or check out great fares to Australia and New Zealand with seamless connections via Fiji. Book now at Fiji Airways. Your easy island escape.
Fox News. Until NATO, President Biden says he doesn't know what's in the potentially classified documents found by his lawyers at the former office. He told reporters Tuesday,
I was briefed about this discovery and surprised to learn that there were any government records that were taken there to that office.
But House Speaker Kevin McCarthy tells Fox he doesn't believe the White House is being forthcoming about those papers. At least 17 people dead in the storms hitting California. In San Francisco, Rachel Gordon of the Department of Public Works says crews are scrambling to keep up with downed trees.
All told, since this series of storms started, we've had more than 1,000 tree incidents. So our tree crews have been extremely busy.
One of those trees crashed right into a city bus Tuesday. Is heard. America's listening to Fox News.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Eric, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my dog. I started Madison Reed to give you the most gorgeous hair color made with ingredients you could feel good about. Are you tired of drugstore hair color? Upgrade to salon quality hair color that nourishes and improves the condition of your hair without any harsh odors. It's easily done at home, and we deliver it to your door. Plus, our hair color matching technology makes picking the right color easy, fast, and accurate. For a limited time, new clients get 15% off plus free shipping on your first online order. Visit madison-reed.com/offer. Take our online color quiz to find your perfect shade. That's madison-reed.com/offer. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
And we return to Our American Stories. When we left off, Bill Cody had just married a young and prominent French woman from St. Louis in March of 1866. Let's return to Roger McGrath.
The marriage will soon have problems. She's a city girl, accustomed to luxuries and refined social life. He's a frontiersman, most comfortable in wide open spaces. They will have 4 children, 2 of whom die when young. Cody decides it's best if he serves as a civilian scout for the Army in campaigns on the High Plains. He will be gone for months at a time, but then home for several months. One of the commanders he scouts for is Lieutenant Colonel George Custer. Custer is highly pleased with Cody's scouting, and Cody admires and respects Custer as a man and as an officer. Meanwhile, the Kansas Pacific Railroad is building across western Kansas, and it needs a local source of food for its construction crews. Famous for his marksmanship, Bill Cody is hired to hunt buffalo at the princely sum of $500 a month, equivalent to $50,000 today. Cody will have to hire helpers to butcher the buffalo and drive wagons, but he will still reap enormous profits. The pay is high because of Cody's reputation, and also because the work is highly dangerous. Bands of Indian warriors are everywhere on the plains of western Kansas, and a buffalo hunter with a helper or 2 have a good chance of dying. From 1867 to 1868, Cody kills more than 4,000 buffalo, and the construction crews of the Kansas Pacific Railroad are well fed. Cody not only makes big bucks, but he also earns a nickname that will be his for life. The railroad workers sing a jingle. Buffalo never missed and never will, always aims and shoots to kill, and the company pays his Buffalo Bill. By August 1868, Bill Cody is back serving out for the Army, and much of the time he's working with his old pal, Hickok. Bill and Wild Bill, scouting together in the High Plains. It's good they are, because several bands of Kiowa, Comanche, Arapaho, and Cheyenne are on the warpath, wreaking havoc across the southern plains. Bill Cody is 20 years old. Cody's service during the next 2 years is scouting, deering-do, Indian fighting, and hunting. Add more to his legend. Edward Judson, who writes under the name Ned Buntline, knows a good story when he sees one. In his travels to the west, he spends time with the Army and with Cody. Late in December 1869, he starts writing a serial for the New York Weekly, Buffalo Bill, King of the Bordermen. Part fact based on the actual exploits of Bill Cody, and part fiction. The weekly stories enthrall not only New Yorkers, but readers of dozens of other newspapers, which carry the serial. Buffalo Bill Cody becomes a household name, and Cody becomes a national hero. Despite his fame, Cody continues to scout for the Army, and is cited for conspicuous and gallant conduct. He also leads hunting expeditions for wealthy Easterners and European noblemen. They all write glowing reports about the skill and courage of the colorful frontiersman. In February 1872, Cody takes a leave from scouting duties. Sheridan's approval makes a trip to the east. Cody is treated as a celebrity everywhere he goes, and the most prominent men's clubs in New York and Philadelphia are eager to make him a member. By April 1872, Cody planes scouting for the Army. In a display of his tracking skills, he leads a detachment of 7 cavalrymen camp of an Indian who have dozens of stolen horses and several fresh scalps of soldiers. Cody takes the Indians by surprise and kills one before they flee, leaving everything behind but the horses they are riding and the weapons in their hands. Cody gives chase and the cavalrymen follow. A bullet creases Cody's scalp, but he continues his pursuit. He closes on the rearmost Indians and kills two of them. The action earns Cody the Medal of Honor. Cody is now lured to the east again. Ned Buckline is organizing a theatrical production, The Scouts of the Plains, and he convinces Cody to star in it. For the next 4 years, Cody appears on stage to play Buffalo Bill to packed theaters. However, in June 1876, General Sheridan prevails upon Cody to return to the 5th Cavalry for the campaign against the Sioux and Cheyenne, who have bolted the reservation. Cody is with the 5th when the regiment receives word that Custer and 200 men of his command have been massacred. Cody is shocked by the death of a man and officer he greatly respected. Cody suddenly has an opportunity for some measure of revenge. An officer is looking through binoculars and spies a courier racing towards the 5th's position with 7 Indians chasing him. Cody is alerted, and taking a handful of troopers with him, he gallops into the charging Indians. Cody takes the lead Indian for himself. The Indian is Yellow Hair, a name other warriors have given him because dangling from his belt is the blonde hair of a settler he has scalped. Yellow Hair is no ordinary warrior, but the son of Chief Cut-Nose. Yellow Hair's magnificent war bonnet indicates he is a veteran of many battles. Cody and Yellow Hair fire at each other almost at the same time. Yellow Hair's bullet misses Cody, but Cody's punches a hole in Yellow Hair's leg and digs into the Indian's horse. Both rider and horse go down. At the same time, Cody's horse stumbles in a prairie dog hole. Cody leaps to the ground and closes on Yellow Hair. Again, both fire at almost the same time. Yellow Hair's bullet misses Cody. Cody's shot drills Yellow Hair in the head, killing him. He races up to his dead foe and scalps him. Newspapers call it the first scalp for Custer. He is soon back on the stage and will organize his Wild West show within a few years. I begin to think of Buffalo Bill Cody more as a flamboyant showman and less of what he really is, a frontiersman who began making a name for himself at age 11 and actually did and dramatized in his shows. Theodore Roosevelt said it best in calling Bill Cody the most renowned of those men, steel-thewed and iron-nerved, whose daring opened the way and civilization. He embodied those traits of courage, strength, and self-reliant hardihood, which are vital to the well-being of the nation.
And great job, as always, to Greg Hengler on the production. And a special thanks, as always, to Roger McGrath. He's the author of Gunfighters, Highwaymen, and Vigilantes, Violence on the Frontier. We bring you these stories because, well, they happened. And not happened like forever ago, but up until really the 19th century and its end, life was very different. And like centuries before that, mostly an agrarian country, we were just beginning to become an industrial power. Electricity would occur. But these men lived in a different time, and we love bringing you their stories. And we have historians who never judge these men and women out of context. And at 11 years old, doing the work he did, just plain crazy. The story of Buffalo Bill Cody, here on Our American Story.
But I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, Presto! You're starting to speak another language. Like magic.
I love that Babbel's less robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right. And they're designed by real language teachers, so you learn how to have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
It's incredible. After using Babbel, I'm ready to start having real conversations in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
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 Babbel, évidemment. Go to babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Make a New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Help protect your identity and finances with LifeLock Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock detects identity threats you may miss on your own. And if you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. Join now and save up to 25% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Eric, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. I started Madison Reed to give you the most gorgeous hair color made with ingredients you could feel good about. Are you tired of spending hundreds of dollars at the salon, having a 3 hours, and not knowing the ingredients in your hair color? You should try Madison Reed. You may know us for our at-home hair color, but big news, we now have over 77 locations nationwide. We call them hair color bars. Book a service and let us take care of you. We will color your hair in half the time it takes at a typical salon and for a fraction of the price. For a limited time, new clients get 15% off your first hair color service at a Madison Reed hair color bar. Visit madison-reed.com/promo. That's madison-reed.com/promo. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
Mornings were made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis or RA. Xeljanz tofacitinib is a pill for adults with moderate to severe RA when tumor necrosis factor blockers did not work well or could not be tolerated. Xeljanz can help relieve joint pain, swelling, and help stop further joint damage. Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections. Don't start if you have one. Before and during treatment, your doctor should check for infections like TB and do blood tests. Serious sometimes fatal infections, cancers including lymphoma and lung, blood clots, serious heart-related events, tears in the stomach or intestines, and allergic reactions have happened. People 50 and older with heart disease risk factors have an increased risk of death. Tell your doctor you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, are prone to infections, or have ever had a heart attack, stroke, clot, or other heart problems, or swelling of lips, tongue, throat, or hives. Ask your doctor about prescription Xeljanz. Visit Xeljanz.com or call 1-844-XELJANZ. Imagine an island escape to relax on white sand beaches, enjoy fun adventures like scuba diving, and be greeted by warm, welcoming people. That's what you'll find when you visit Fiji. And there's no easier or better way to get there than with Fiji Airways. Your tropical paradise getaway is one non-stop flight away with round-trip fares starting at $899 from LAX. Great fares to Australia and New Zealand with seamless connections via Fiji. Book now at FijiAirways.com. Fiji, your easy island escape.
And we return to Our American Stories. And up next, John O'Neill at the National Museum of the mighty 8th Air Force in Pooler, Georgia, outside of Savannah. In 1943, John's father, John J. O'Neill Jr., served as a tail and waist gunner on an experimental B-17 that became the first American plane to bomb Berlin, all by some extraordinary chance. Here's John with the story.
In 1943, the United States Air Force had one problem. Weather was hampering operations. The British came over and said, look, we need the real hardware, guns, boats, ammunition. We have some secrets that we're willing to trade for those. One of them was radar. The United States was so far behind in radar, the British were so far ahead. So when Roosevelt heard that, he said, give them what they want. We want their information, because the Germans had radar. They knew when bombers were coming over and where they were crossing. So MIT, 3,000 scientists took this information and built the first operational United States radar sets to be put in specially equipped B-17s, all top secret. They could literally do navigation and bomb through overcast. My father's friend, Major Fred Rabo, was tasked with bringing these 12 B-17s from Boston to what's now Logan Airport with the first radar sets in them. So they brought those over in 1943, and they formed a bomb group called the 482nd Bomb Group out of Alconbury. They took crews from every one of the bomb groups, and they trained them how to use radar. The very best navigators, the very best pilots, the very best crews were tasked with this. So the first mission. So these guys would get up the night before. They were told, you're going to lead the 100th Bomb Group. So these special planes would fly the night before to a base, park there. The next day, they would work with the lead ship, who was doing dead reckoning now, and provide them radar fixes. So nobody knew. They couldn't name their planes. Most did. You know, the guys would take a lot of pride in putting their nose art on. But there were these contraptions sticking out from underneath the plane, either under the nose, if it was an H-2S set, or underneath the ball turret, or underneath the front of the nose, if it was an H-2X Mickey set. Very top secret. And they were called the Pathfinders. The 8th Air Force Pathfinders. My father's patch on his jacket is of a lightning bug with the light on the tail. That Hitler's capital could be reached. So they tried 6 times, starting in November of 1943, and each one of those missions was scrubbed. Fast forward, March 4th, my father is sent to the 95th Bomb Group the night before at Horham. They were going to lead the 13th Combat Wing to Berlin. Maximum effort mission. 750 B-17, B-24 bombers are to leave for Berlin. Fighter escort all the way to the target and back. The target is the Bosch Electrical Components Factory in Klingenthal, suburb of Berlin, just on the southeast. They're going to hit that target because they make the fuel injection systems for the Hinkel bomber and the Luftwaffe's Messerschmitt, and also the Focke-Wulf 190. They get up that day, they pull the curtain for the briefing, and they see the map of Europe, and they see the string, which would take them to the target. Everybody sees Berlin. My father's waist gunner, a guy named Beans from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, leans to my father and goes, well, we're dead. Make sure you get everything to my parents back in Pittsburgh. And now, of course, Beans would say that if they were going on a training mission. Yeah. He was like the so every time they would go anywhere, but he says, no, this time I really mean it. They called my father Oni after O'Neill. It was like his short name, Oni. They all had shortened names. The other waist gunner was Hoppy. The top turret gunner's name was Don White. It was Whitey. So they all had these names. So Moffat was the ball turret gunner. So Bean says, we're not going to come back from this. We're not going to come back from this. They take off for Berlin. Maximum effort. The entire 8th Air Force is going. Weather's real bad. Delayed in takeoff. I mean, we could talk about formation flying and how long it took. Imagine 750 planes trying to get in formation with no ships. It was all by sight. You'd get into clouds you couldn't see. There were so many collisions. And when you collide 2 B-17s or 2 B-24s together with 2,000 gallons of high-octane aviation fuel, 7,000 rounds of 50 caliber ammunition, and a 12,000-pound bomb load, they would just explode, and bodies would you'd never be recovered. So, anyway, we get over the continent. There's a radio recall issue. Too much weather, return to base. my father said we had gotten a really good position in the formation. We were in the middle of the 750 bombers.